Morning, y'all. What's up? It's Ashlyn here. So, I did a small little video for one book, but now we're going to talk about the rest of the books. Okay. So, if you saw the Leather Lark one, you're welcome. Because that one needs to have the trigger warnings introduced to you. Alright, so the books that I got a couple weeks ago, I have Kate Stewart's Flock from the Ravenhood series. I don't remember if this is a trilogy or a duology, but it says, "Can you keep a secret? I grew up sick." Let me clarify. I grew up believing that real love stories include a martyr or demand great sacrifice to be worthy. Because of that, I believed it, because I made myself believe it, and I read the most masochistic of romantic hearts, which resulted in my illness. When I lived this story, my own twisted fairy tale, it was unbeknownst to me at the time because I was young and naive. I gave in to temptation and fed the beating beast, which grew thirstier with every slash, every strike, every blow. Oh, sorry, I'm having like really bad breathing issues right now. Okay. Triple Falls wasn't at all what it seemed, nor were the men that swept me under their wing. But in order to keep them, I had to be in on their secrets. Secrets that cost us everything to keep. That's the novelty of fiction versus reality. You can't relive your own love story because by the time you've realized you're living it, it's over. At least that was the case for me and the men I trusted my foolish heart to. Looking back, I'm convinced I willed my story into existence due to my illness, and all were punished. And I am 3 chapters into this, and it's really good, actually. Like, I wasn't going to pick it up, but it was on my in Goodreads TBR, and I wrote down all of those books, you guys. I wrote down 900 books in a notebook, so I can, as I go. So, yeah. Okay, and then I got the new Natasha Preston book, which I'm super excited for. This is The Dare by Natasha Preston. I can't read you the back because they put their damn sticker on it. Why do they do that? It says in Marleystown High School something passage, a dare, if you will. The dares start out simple, something, throwing balloons filled with glitter, letting chickens loose in the halls. But this is no child's play. Accepting a dare means you could be expelled, arrested, or worse. No one wants to back down from a dare, but saying yes has consequences too. That's all I can read on the back because my library put their sticker right on the synopsis of the book. Love that. I am 37 pages in on chapter 4, so it's good. I need to get back into it, but I don't know, I got into this, like, tough spot, and then I also had, like, my best friend and her kids here. One of my best friends. I live with my best friend. But one of my best friends and her kids here for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so that was a lot of fun. Haven't done that in a while, so it takes a lot of getting used to again. Alright, then we got Beauty is a Verb, the New Poetry of Disability by Jennifer Bartlett, Sheila Black, and Michael Northern. I honestly haven't even opened this yet. I got this because it was one of the things for the summer reading program. So, but I am going to definitely read it. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything about it really in here. Beauty is a Verb. Let's see. Content. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. I mean, there's a preface. I could read you the preface, but I feel like I shouldn't. Short History of American Disability Poetry. Huh. Early Voices. Missing Larry. The Poetics of Disability and Larry. Interesting. So it talks about, like, who does the poems. Coding Diary. It talks about who does the poems, and then it goes into them, and it's kind of cool. Like, it talks about the person that does the poems, and then it goes into the poems. So I'm looking at that right now. It is very small print, so it might be a little intimidating for me to pick up. I'm not gonna lie, but it's definitely something I do want to look into. So yeah. Then I have Homie Poems by Danez Smith. No idea what this is about besides like a book of poems, obviously. But I picked this up because it's also on my Goodreads TBR that I wrote down. As I said, I'm trying to work through that bad boy, and I'm trying to work through these bookshelves as well because there are a lot of books that are still wrapped and they need to be unwrapped. So, and you guys saw we just unwrapped 4 books and we pulled 5 books from the shelf. One of them I was already in the middle of. So, for the homies who keep me, for the realist one, phonetic one, Andrew Thomas, for you and your friends. I'm trying to see. My present. No, I don't want to read it. Okay. I don't know. It doesn't have anything on the back to read. So there's that. And then, of course, there's an Amanda Lovelace in here. Unlock Your Storybook Heart. This was another one of hers. This is Disenchanted is She by the idea of living her life the way she thought it had to be. The way she thought it had to be. Disenchanted is She. So, you already know this is going to be women empowering women type book. So, yeah, we love Amanda Lovelace. We stand with Amanda Lovelace. We actually have an Amanda Lovelace somewhere. Yeah, we have, hold on. Yeah, we have The Princess Saves Herself in this one, which is the very first ever Amanda Lovelace book that we read. We want to get the whole series. We want to get the Oracle deck as well, but, you know, money. Okay. So now we're going to get into the newer books that I am currently now reading. Okay, so these ones that we picked up yesterday. I picked this one up. The Suffering by Rin Chapeko. Not all that is lost should be found. This is a horror, obviously. The darkness will find you. 17-year-old Hark knows what it is to be powerless, but Okiku changed that. A restless spirit who ended life as a victim and started death as an avenger. She's groomed Hark to destroy the wicked. But when darkness pulls them deep into Aokaigara, it's something in Japan, known as Japan's suicide forest, Okiku's justice becomes blurred, and Hark is the one who will pay the price. Ooh, okay. There's also one called The Girl from the Well, which gives me, like, Ring vibes. Like, this whole thing gives me Ring vibes, so I picked it up. And I think Rin Chapeko, if I'm not mistaken, I think Rin Chapeko is actually the producer or one of the producers of The Ring. I could be wrong, though. I haven't seen The Ring in forever, you guys. I think I should watch that. Like, let me know down in the comment section below if you think that there is something I should watch. Because spooky season's not that far away. I mean, it is, but it isn't. So, nothing's wrong with making a list now, right? Okay. Let's see. I picked this one up just on a whim because it just looked cool. It called my name. It was pink. Like, it has a pink spine. Of course, it called my name. And it says Revenge. So, this is Jordan Taylor's The Revenge Game. No idea what it's about. Just says Our Lips Are Sealed on the back. Let's find out together. Play to Win. Allison Benowitz is a romantic, and sometimes that gets her into trouble, like when she falls for boys who aren't into her. But this time is different. Her connection with Brenton Riggs Jr., a star athlete at her elite prep school, love it, isn't just in her head. She's swept up in her first real relationship. Then she hears the rumors about a competition the Sullivan Stewart guys started to see who can get with the most girls. It's deeply disturbing if it's true. Is Brenton with Allison for the right reasons, or is he trying to win some gross game? And when the girls at school take matters into their own hands, things take an unsettling turn. Lies, secrets, backstabbing. When push comes to shove, who will be left standing? Huh. Seems interesting. And the cool thing is there's like a bunch of like letters, IMs, you know. Sorry if you're really young on my channel. IMs are instant messages. It's like old school. And I'm curious. It sounds really good. It's set up like a diary too, like diary confessions. We love that. We stand for that kind of stuff. Yeah. It sounds great. Looks awesome. Like, look at that cover. Come on now. You would pick it up too if you were me. Okay, and then we have this one, which I'm going to talk about this one right now. This is Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. This is actually on my Goodreads TBR, and I got it at the free library section. At the library, they were just giving it away. It's withdrawn, so I'm excited because I now own it. And we're not going to talk about it right now. We're just going to show it because it's going to go into a pile where I talk about all the other books that I now own because I'm obsessed. And I will be actually today making a trip to another free library thing. It's called a sidewalk library, and it's all the way down over by 27th Street. So it's a walk, but I want to go to it and see what they have in there and go from there. I do have a couple of books I need to put away anyways because they would just weren't my cup of tea. All right, before we talk about the two that I got that were, never mind, there's 4 here still. One was just under another one. Okay, never mind, scratch that. We'll do this one. Miss You, Love You, Hate You, Bye by Abby Sher. This just looks so fun, so great, and it's a freaking cat, y'all. It's a cat. Okay. Something. But more than that, my dearest Hank, I hate you. Everything Hank, short for Hannah, knows. She learned from her best friend Zoe. How to sing, how to dance, how to navigate social media, and make a wish upon an upside-down rainbow. Zoe is like the sun, and Hank a spinning planet, always dimmer, always orbiting. That is, until now. Zoe's perfect facade is crumbling. Her wiry frame is getting smaller and sharper. And those scratches on her arm, she says, are from her new cat, Pepe LeMausers. Hank doesn't buy that, not for a second. Someone needs to step in and get Zoe some help. But can Hank save her best friend? And even if she can, what happens if she loses herself in the process? This poignant, eye-opening, and surprisingly funny novel is about friendship, mental health, the lure of social media, the lies we tell ourselves, and ultimately about learning to let go. So, yeah, I literally just picked it up because, it's a cat, y'all. It's a cat. It's so freaking cute. It makes an actual cat. But anyway, yeah. So, interesting enough, I was reading at the library. I, read 2 chapters. Pretty good. Okay, then we have an OG. We have Mr. James Patterson in the house with Crazy House. You can stop waiting for the next Hunger Games, is what it says. So this is Crazy House. And it has a house, obviously, which is awesome. Okay. So this is the craziest story you will ever read. Becca Greenfield, 17, disappeared one morning on her way to school. Everyone from her town, including her twin sister, is desperately searching for Becca. They won't find her. Becca is being held prisoner in the Crazy House. Becca is on death row, which is totally crazy because Becca is completely innocent. No one has ever gotten out of the Crazy House alive, but there's always a first time. Like, what? Okay. Okay, she was snatched from her home and thrown in without reason into a hellish prison known as the Crazy House. To avoid execution, she's told to shut her mouth and keep her head down. Becca was never really good at either. Her only hope for survival is her sister Cassie to find her. That the good twin will stop following the rules and start breaking them before it's too late. Because the jailers at the Crazy House soon discovered they made a mistake that could get both sisters killed. Oh gosh, we love James Patterson. He's so interesting sometimes. It's crazy. It's Crazy House. Alright, then we have the last 2, which are the summer reading list book and the bestseller book. The bestseller book is Emily Henry. And the summer reading book is the new Christina Lauren. And we are excited. So excited for it. Okay. So we'll talk about this one first. This is Funny Story by Emily Henry, you guys. We love Emily Henry so much. And this one is not the weird, like, tiny font, so that's awesome. Okay, so this one is all over YouTube, obviously. It's a funny story. Daphne always loved the way her fiancé Peter told her story, how they met on a blustery day, fell in love over an errant hat, and moved back to his lakeside hometown to begin their life together. He really was good at telling it, right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his childhood best friend Petra, which is how Daphne begins her new story. Stranded in beautiful Wading Bay, Michigan, without friends or family, but with a dream job as a children's librarian that barely pays the bills, and proposing to be roommates with the only person who could possibly understand her predicament, Petra's ex, Miles Nowak. Scruffy and chaotic, with a penchant for taking solace in the sounds of heartbreak love ballads, Miles is exactly the opposite of practical, buttoned-up Daphne, whose coworkers know so little about her. They have a running bet that she's either FBI or in witness protection. The roommates mainly avoid one another until one day, while drowning their sorrows, they form a tenuous friendship and a plan. If said plan also involves posting deliberately misleading photos of their summer adventures together, well, who could blame them? But it's all just for show, of course, because there's no way Daphne would actually start her new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex, right? It sounds so good. So, start a new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex. Love it. And the very last one we have from the library, mind you, from the library. Not on Hoopla, not on Libby, and not on Kindle Unlimited, is Christina Lauren, which we love and stand for. And this is just absolutely beautiful for the summertime. Like, look at that. The Paradise Problem. And I've heard absolutely nothing about this except for that it was new and it was coming out. Let's find out together, you guys. The instant New York Times bestselling author and reigning romance queens returns with a delicious new romance between the buttoned-up heir of a grocery chain and a free-spirited artist as they fake their relationship in order to receive a massive inheritance. Anna Green thought she was marrying Liam Weston for access to subsidized family housing while at UCLA. She also thought she'd signed divorce papers when the graduation caps were tossed, and they both went on their merry ways. 3 years later, Anna is a starving artist living paycheck to paycheck, while Liam is a Stanford professor. He may be one of 4 heirs to the Weston Foods conglomerate, but he has little interest in working for the heartless corporation his family built from the ground up. He is interested, however, in his $100 million inheritance. There's just one catch. Due to an antiquated clause in his grandfather's will, Liam can't claim the money until he's been happily married for 5 years. Just when Liam thinks he's in the home stretch, pressure mounts from his family to see this mysterious spouse, and he has no choice but to turn to the one person he's afraid to introduce to his 1%er parents, his unpolished not-so-ex-wife. But in the presence of his family, Liam's fears quickly shift from whether the feisty, foul-mouthed, paint-splattered Anna can play the part to whether the toxic world of wealth will corrupt someone as pure of heart as his surprisingly grounded and supportive wife. Liam will have to ask himself if the price tag on his flimsy cover story is worth losing true love that sprouted from a lie. Okay, sounds good. And again, we don't have that tiny little stuff, so that's great. Okay, so yeah, these are the books that I'm currently reading. There are a lot. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 there, 5 in there, and we're not even going to get started with the Kindle, the Libby, and the Hoopla because it's a load. Oh, and NetGalley also. So yeah, we have a ginormous load of over 20 books to read. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to have them done. Sorry, I just saw something that did not look right. I'm not going to have them done by the end of the month. This is just my library haul for now. So with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know what books are your favorite down in the comment section below. I would love to know what kind of books you guys are into because I'm into a little bit of everything, I guess. I guess I am a stan on cover and title. cover and title, sometimes author. Like these ones are definitely author. This is just because it's on my list. And then obviously Natasha Preston's my favorite. And then this one's because it is like a, YouTube favorite that people talk about all the time. Emily Henry is an author one. James Patterson is an author and cover one. This one is literally just a cover one. This one is a title one. And this one, it looks super creepy. So author and, cover and title. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you in the next one. I'm going to go read with my coffee. Bye.